In late 2024, a sudden wave of panic rippled across social media. Posts and headlines began appearing with alarming titles like "American Airlines closing all operations" and "The end of America's largest airline. Has one of the world's most established airlines really reached its end? Or is this yet another misunderstanding amplified by the internet echo chamber?" This documentary-style narrative explores the truth behind those rumors, why they began, what's actually happening inside American Airlines, and what this moment says about the fragility of public trust in an age dominated by online noise. The phrase, "American Airlines closing," didn't appear out of nowhere. It started with a chain reaction of half-truths, algorithmic headlines, and genuine concern. On December 24, 2024, the airline experienced a nationwide operational halt lasting nearly an hour due to a computer outage. Thousands of flights were delayed or temporarily grounded. Reuters reported, American Airlines says it is experiencing a technical issue with its flights. The pause was resolved quickly, but on social media, screenshots of grounded flights and dramatic captions turned into viral posts claiming a total shutdown. Compounding that, smaller regional airlines, including one in Alaska, did actually cease operations around the same time. Tabloids blurred the lines with vague headlines like, "American Airlines shuts down all flights," fueling confusion. To many readers, American Airline meant American Airlines, a classic case of misinterpreted language. To understand why the rumor hit so hard, we must recall that American Airlines has long stood as a symbol of U.S. commercial aviation, tracing its roots to 1926 as American Airways, and reorganized into American Airways in 1930, before adopting the American Airlines name in 1934. The company survived the Great Depression, fuel crises, terrorist attacks, and a bankruptcy. Restructuring in 2011, over 9 decades, its silver and red logo became a fixture at airports worldwide. Even after emerging from bankruptcy, American Airlines grew stronger, merging with US Airways in 2013 to form the world's largest airline by fleet size and passenger traffic. Its network spans around 350 destinations worldwide, over 350 as of recent counts. So when whispers of closure surfaced, the notion seemed not only shocking but emotionally dissonant. Yet, the airline's history also explains why rumors can stick. American has faced turbulence before, and in a post-pandemic world where the travel industry remains fragile, any hiccup, technical, financial, or operational, can instantly trigger speculation. In early 2025, American Airlines announced that it was withdrawing its full-year financial guidance due to market volatility and rising costs. Fuel prices were spiking again. Inflation and interest rates pushed debt servicing higher. The global airline sector, still recovering from pandemic-era debt, faced shrinking margins. When a corporation retracts guidance, it's often a prudent act of transparency. But for casual observers, the optics look ominous. They must be hiding something. Within days, hashtags like #OwlClosing and #AirlineShutdown trended on X, formerly Twitter. Investors and passengers alike began asking, is American Airlines about to go bankrupt? Financial analysts quickly stepped in to clarify, no, the company was not on the brink. In fact, American Airlines recorded full-year revenue of about $54 billion in 2024. The company flew more than 225 million customers in 2024 and operates one of the world's largest fleets, roughly 1,000 aircraft. The airline was restructuring to improve efficiency, not dissolving. Still, the combination of online panic and economic fatigue created a perfect storm for misinformation. Modern rumor mechanics work like this. A small spark, a misinterpreted press release, a tweet, a dramatic YouTube title, ignites a wildfire across platforms. Algorithms reward emotional engagement, not factual accuracy. Within hours of the American Airlines closing, phrase trending, dozens of TikTok creators posted videos claiming to expose the truth, complete with misleading stock footage of abandoned airports. The clips racked up millions of views. On Reddit, speculation threads appeared in R Aviation and R News, filled with panicked travelers asking if they should cancel flights. Meanwhile, mainstream media had to play catch-up, issuing clarifications. No, American Airlines is not shutting down. But by then, the narrative had already spread. For many online users, the correction reached too late. The incident is a modern reminder of how quickly falsehood can outpace fact. In 2025, misinformation doesn't just distort understanding. It can move markets, trigger stock dips, and erode brand trust within hours. So what's really happening behind the scenes? Executives and insiders describe an airline under intense pressure to modernize. Like most global carriers, American Airlines faces rising operational costs. Jet fuel, maintenance, and staff expenses remain volatile. Labor negotiations, pilots and flight attendants are demanding fairer contracts and higher pay after years of pandemic-era sacrifices. Aging fleet renewal, replacing older Boeing 737s and Airbus A320s with newer, fuel-efficient models requires billions in capital. In-tech infrastructure upgrades, outdated systems caused the December outage, prompting the airline to invest heavily in digital resilience. In short, American Airlines isn't closing, it's evolving under pressure. The company's trimming routes in low-demand regions, strengthening profitable hubs like Dallas, Fort Worth, Charlotte, and Miami, and improving long-haul transatlantic service. These are not signs of collapse. They're signs of adaptation. At Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, a passenger named Maria rolls her suitcase toward the check-in counter. She looks nervous but hopeful. "I saw those rumors online," she says to the agent. "But my flight's still on time." The staffer smiles. "Yes, Mom, we're still flying." Across the terminal, ramp workers guide luggage carts, pilots greet each other before boarding, and flight attendants prepare the cabin. Life goes on. For employees like Tom, a flight coordinator, the rumor feels personal. "People think we're shutting down," he says. "But we're working harder than ever." You don't just close an airline that serves hundreds of cities. You fix what's broken and keep flying. That sentiment captures the spirit of the airline industry. Resilience through turbulence. Dr. Laura Evans, an aviation economist, summarizes the situation clearly. What happened to American Airlines is a communication paradox. The company didn't lie or hide. It simply made technical decisions that were misread in a high-speed media environment. In a world where attention spans are short, nuance dies quickly. The public tends to equate any financial or operational adjustment with impending doom. She adds that the airline's fundamentals remain strong: steady passenger demand, modernized routes, and strong brand recognition. The danger isn't financial collapse, Evans says. It's reputational turbulence. When perception deviates from reality, the American Airlines rumor is more than a case study in misinformation. It's a reflection of how fragile public perception has become. A single misunderstood headline can ripple into global anxiety. This story mirrors a broader societal truth. We live in an age of hyperconnection, but shallow verification. The faster we consume information, the less we confirm it. Companies, governments, and individuals alike must now navigate this environment where reputation can swing on the wind of an algorithm. For travelers, the lesson is equally vital. Always check primary sources. Before believing that a major airline has closed, visit its official website, check flight status pages, or verify through trusted outlets like Reuters or Bloomberg. As of November 2025, American Airlines remains fully operational, with new investments, revised strategy, and a renewed focus on digital modernization. In 2024, American operated more than 2.1 million flights, roughly 6,000 per day on average, connecting millions of passengers around the world. The airline's leadership acknowledges challenges but emphasizes optimism. Company statements in 2025 have emphasized evolving the business model and investing for long-term competitiveness, rather than winding down operation. Behind the scenes, Engineers are implementing software redundancy and resiliency upgrades to prevent future technical outages. Fleet modernization continues, including ongoing Boeing 787-9 deliveries. And, in October 2025, the airline took delivery of its first Airbus A320 on XLR. Sustainable aviation fuel, SAF initiatives are expanding, underscoring a commitment to long-term environmental goals. The airline that began with mail planes in the 1930s is now navigating the skies of artificial intelligence and global sustainability. Far from closing, American Airlines is rewriting its future. The rumor of American Airlines closing was never about closure. It was about perception, fear, and the fragility of truth in a hyper-digital age. In that sense, the real story isn't one of downfall, but of endurance. For millions of travelers who step onto its planes each year, the company represents more than transportation. It's a symbol of continuity, a reminder that even amid turbulence, humanity keeps moving forward. So, the next time a headline screams catastrophe, pause before you panic. Ask the critical question, why would such a major institution vanish overnight? Because sometimes, the story isn't about something ending. It's about how it keeps flying, despite every rumor that tries to ground it. Every question hides a reason. Every answer reveals a story. If this one made you see the world a little differently, give it a like. And if you want to keep uncovering the hidden why behind our world, hit subscribe and stay curious.